Hello and welcome back to another episode of Snow White and the 7 Does Podcast. Thank you so much for joining me today. This episode is going to be amazing. I'm so excited for it. This episode is going to be so informative and helpful. This might be the episode where you have like an aha moment. These were kind of the little tidbits that changed it for me, that really changed my mindset and changed how I approached life and how life approached me. So I feel like on a general consensus, the majority of people see money as a limited resource, and they see things as a limited resource. And right there, I need you to stop yourself and switch how your mind thinks about the abundance of things out there in the universe. Maybe you know that there's an abundance of things out there, but you don't think that it's available to you, but it is. Think of a supermarket. If you go to a Walmart or Target or whatever, you go through all the aisles, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of items to pick from. There's like an endless grocery list that you could make and attain at that grocery store. And it never runs out. Every single week they restock it. That is a universe that you are connected to. Infinite abundance that you are tapped into, as much or as little as you perceive. The quantum model of physics states that there are infinite possibilities out there. And what that really means is that there's pure potential. So what they've found and studied is that atoms, what we know of like this figure that basically or this energy of neutrons, protons, electrons that creates everything, that creates us, that's like the building blocks of everything around us. They change, and they don't directly even basically activate or show themselves unless someone puts their attention on it. Unless they direct their attention to it, it's not existent. It doesn't exist. It's just pure potential. So basically what you put your attention on is what's created. What you focus on is what's created. Right now, you have a set of behaviors that's basically like a routine to you. You wake up in the morning, you roll out of bed, you brush your teeth, maybe you journal, maybe you meditate, maybe you wash your face, you put on some clothes, you get ready, you do your makeup, you do your hair, whatever, and then you walk out the door, you go to work, you come home, you walk the dog, you say hi to your mom, whatever the heck you do, I don't know, but you have a routine of set behaviors that you do, and it's basically like a pattern, and your cells are used to this pattern. You have a mind and a body. Your body is surprisingly what's running the show, because 95% of the time you're working off of your subconscious mind. So your subconscious mind is what is built up through your childhood, through your life, to basically build the set of beliefs and personality traits that you are. So your subconscious mind is you in an essence. It's you, it's how you talk to yourself, it's how you project yourself, it's how you interact with this universe and the personality that you have created. So if you wake up one day and say, okay, or maybe you have a aha moment in life where you realize you've been holding on to shame or guilt, or you've been severely depressed for a while, you're super anxious, you're just going through these physical ailments it's starting to really affect you, and you're like, you know what, something needs to change. I need to change my behavioral pattern so that this doesn't continue to happen in my life. I need to stop saying sorry for everything. I need to stop penny pinching. I need to stop thinking that I'm in a lack. I need to stop binging, trying to eat as much as possible because I'm scared that it's going to run out, or constantly fixated on my finances, or constantly fixated on my weight. All these negative things that are causing stress on your body and on your nervous system. And if you're just mentally stuck on that thing, like your finances, you're in debt, and all you can think about is, I'm in debt, I have bills, I have this, I have this, I have this, and then it just keeps on coming. You have to release it and become the person that is debt free. the person with the mindset that is debt free, the feeling state that is debt free, so that you can get there, so that you can create that reality and believe it as if it already is. Something that I have come to a conclusion of recently, that you kind of have to let go of time, like divine timing and things like this, and that time isn't what you should be aiming for. Like, I want $1 million tomorrow. You have to believe that $1 million is already yours. It's on its way to you. You are at a restaurant, you put in your order, you told the waiter what you want. Now you're just waiting for the plate to come out. You already know it's coming. You put in your order. You know it's coming. Now you're just waiting for the plate to come out. But you're not lacking anything in the meantime. You don't think about it. You don't over stress about it. You told the universe what you want. You told God what you want. You communicated. And now you trust. Now you believe. Now you have faith that there is a universal power and it's going to come in this way that you can't even really fathom. And also, you have to work towards this desire. You have to take steps towards this desire. Like, for instance, me, I want to have a successful podcast. I want to make YouTube and Spotify my full-time job and be a full-time creator, whatever that is. I like to make clothes and content and things like that and videos. So I want to be a full-time creator. That's my goal. I want to be able to live off of this. I want this to be my only job, and period. So I can't be out there searching on Indeed for jobs. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because then I'm going against the current of what I'm supposed to be doing. So I want to have a podcast, yeah? So I'm going to show up every single week doing my podcast, because that's what someone who is successful and in a podcast would do. I'm going to promote my podcast because that's what you would do. And I'm going to speak proudly about my podcast because that's what you would do. I'm going to take up space. I'm not going to be ashamed of it. I'm going to feel proud about what I created. And I'm going to basically gaslight myself into thinking that I've already created the life that I desire before the desire shows up. And that's okay. That is okay. Because 5% of the mind is conscious. So when you choose to make 10% of the mind conscious or 50% of the mind conscious throughout the day, and you choose your thoughts. So I made these affirmation tapes, right? I put them out on YouTube and on Spotify, and I listen to them every single day. I love listening to my own voice. I wake up in the morning, I press play, and I hear myself go, hello, beautiful, like, da 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 da. I'm like, yes, like, hello, good morning. And that's how I talk to myself now. That's literally how I talk to myself when I see myself in the mirror, when I have a bad day, when I'm having conversations with people, and when things come up that are not positive, because also energy is contagious. So you could go to work and one of your coworkers could be in a bad mood or just give you like a side comment or something like that, and to be able to like take a breath and say, this is not my energy. Just push it back and let them be them, let them have that energy, but not let that affect you, not let anybody else's energy affect you. That is peace, and that is the goal, because peace and happiness, peace and joy, you know, that's what you want to feel 99% of the time. 95, you know, you have these periods of sadness, and that's okay, and you have periods of growth, but most of the time you want to feel happy and at peace. And our bodies are addicted to the emotions that we've been producing as a pattern. So for instance, me in the past, I would constantly feel guilty. I would constantly feel sad, and I would constantly feel like I was doing something wrong, like just bad for myself. I was ashamed to be like just honestly taking up space. I let so many people, I had so many like just bad in my life. Like how I was talking to myself was so negative, and because of that, I had bad friends that were talking to me the same way. I had a bad boss that was talking to me the same way, and I had a boyfriend that was talking to me the same way. So every single person in my life showed up how I showed up. And not like oh, they went to the gym. Oh, they went like to Dunkin' Donuts every day. No, they showed up like in the way that I spoke to myself, in the way that I treated myself, in like a deeper level. That's how they showed up. And it took like a really dark moment to switch that for me and it wasn't like a snap of the fingers. It was not a snap of the fingers. It took so long. I'm not even 2 years from that moment. And 2 years sounds like a long time, but at the same time, like it feels like such a short amount of time. It feels like such a short amount of time. And I'm still growing. I'm still learning, and there's so much more to learn. I'm still healing from that. I'm so deeply healing every single day from my past, and I just have to breathe deeply and remind myself that I'm not there anymore. I'm not in my past, I'm in my present, and the present is such a beautiful gift. I have this opportunity to alchemize my future by what I do every single day right now, how I feel, how I choose to feel, and notice when I get stuck in the past. Notice when I look on Snapchat memories and glorify my past that wasn't that glorifying, you know? And you see these old memories that pop up, you see these old things, and there's parts to love about your old self and old life, and not everybody has the same experience that I have. Like, you might feel way differently than I do, but for me, that's what made me want to become the person that I am today. Just someone that I am so ultimately proud of and feel good about and want to be. I want to wake up every single day and be this person, live this life, and do what I do. And I had to realize that I have to stop feeling guilty for other people's behavior. Because how someone else treats me, I don't need to say sorry for. If someone treats you a certain way and it makes you feel bad, and then you say sorry for feeling bad, something's wrong. You know what I mean? You have a boundary clearly that you haven't expressed, and if you do express that boundary and then they cross it or disrespect that boundary, that's just your sign to be like, hey, you know what? Right now, I think we need to take some personal space until I feel respected, or like this just feels like a comfortable, safe space for me to express myself. Because some people will try to shrink you as a person, and you could be this big person with big ambitions, with good intentions, and people will try to alienate you, try to push you down, try to make you feel small, or make you rethink your dreams and passions, or that you're not capable of doing those types of things. And let them feel that way, because that's just how they feel about themselves. They just think that they couldn't do it. They just see you and they think, wow, I could never do that. So let them think that. Let them be that, and you be you. You listen to your voice. And when you change a behavioral pattern, like when you say, okay, I need to stop saying sorry all the time. I need to stop putting myself down all the time. I need to start believing in my dreams. I need to start consciously creating my life and choosing to be my best self. When you change your behavioral pattern, like releasing guilt, shame, pain, whatever it is, you'll make the choice and feel good for a little bit, but on a deeper level, your cells are so used to doing the same thing every day, all day. And so when you're making this change, you're like, whoa. Okay, like, where's our feeling of shame? Where's our feeling of sadness? Shouldn't we rethink about these memories? Shouldn't we go look at pictures of the past again, rehash old memories from our childhood, like, oh, it's my mom's fault, oh, it's my dad, whatever the heck it is. The cells feel depleted of the chemical that you are used to producing, and your cells are addicted to that emotion. Just like how like drug addicts go through withdrawal, your cells are going through withdrawal right now. When you make that choice, when you make that step towards a new beginning, towards a more honoring path to your mind, body, and soul, it will have to take discernment, and it will have to take confidence, passion, and knowing that this is truly what you want. Wherever you're going, you can ask for literally anything. If you've listened or read the book Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza, he explains in one of the first chapters how he like teaches his daughters this information, and his daughter was asking, she's like in college, she was asking she wanted to do a semester or the summer in Italy and go to at least 6 cities, and she had all these wants and she manifested all of it, and it was by literally just putting the desire out and releasing it, meeting the feeling state in meditation, and then throughout bringing that feeling state in life. So like you meditate and you visualize yourself in depth getting the desire that you want, and then when you wake up, you throughout your day remember that memory of getting your desire, and you feel that state of feeling so excited, so happy, whatever it is. And by doing that, you naturally align with the energy of receiving it. And so she effortlessly manifested it. She heard about something in her school about like going to Italy, and she was gonna go like sign up for it or whatever. And her dad would like reminded her, Dr. Joe Dispenza, it's like he's talking about his dad. He reminded her like, no, like you should just let it go, like it'll come to you, like remember exactly what it was, like 6 cities, And her professor ended up reaching out to her and saying, there's a teaching opportunity in Italy, it's in 6 different cities, and it was literally to the T perfect. So it comes in ways that you can't necessarily predict, and that's perfect. Like it's a surprise, it's fun, it's exciting, it's life. But that is literally like you can have whatever you want. You can do, be, or have whatever you want. I say that every episode. I repeat myself every episode, I feel like, on some level, but I hope that I'm getting the point through. I'm saying this for myself at the same time. I love doing these podcasts because it's like my little reminder. I just love having such a beautiful community of like-minded people that support me, and I'm so honored to be doing this. So thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll see you next week.